My prayer for this gathering is simple, that your heart would be refreshed, that your vision would be sharpened, that your friendships would deepen, and that your courage would increase. May this be a meaningful time among fellow laborers in the kingdom and amongst friends. Welcome to Anthology. A mission without love becomes noise, and expansion without unity becomes fragile. Proclamation without relational integrity loses credibility.
Solidarity is not optional. It is the marker and the test of if we really do believe that the God who created it all and spoke light out of darkness can bring order to the chaos of the fractured world in which we live.
I think in a sense, solidarity is stepping into the story of your neighbor and getting a deep sense of their desires, the tensions that they live with.
We claim to follow a man of sorrows who was acquainted or fluent in grief. And yet, there is one word we as a society and we as a church don't do well. And do you know what that word is? Solidarity.
Your body doesn't do what you tell it to do. Your body does what it has been conditioned to do, what it has been discipled to do. You see, we didn't have a solidarity problem, we had a discipleship problem. I'm concerned that our discipleship models are good enough to bring people together, but not deep enough to actually hold people together when differences start to become divisions.
Solidarity without shame awareness becomes condemnation. And listen to this, condemnation is often unprocessed shame wearing moral clothing.
Because when Jesus saw him lying there and realized he had already been there for a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to get well?" Jesus wasn't going to just run in and heal him and do anything. Jesus wanted to know that he wanted this life for himself. Jesus could be with someone and not impose his will on them. Jesus didn't assume, diagnose, or simply prescribe to this man, say, "Man, I know you're here. I know you want to get well. This is the way." Jesus invited him to his own healing.
Solidarity that avoids tokenism must be relational. Solidarity that avoids paternalism must be mutual. Solidarity that avoids violence must be rooted in trust. Solidarity that avoids condemnation must be anchored in grace.
Solidarity that's forged in joy can actually invite the enemy to come and join the winning side. Our deepest resources for genuine solidarity in a time of hostility is not a common foe, it's not a common outrage, it's not a common indignation, it is our common joy.
I found solidarity not just with the widowed person, but from the person who'd been deployed overseas and lost friends in combat, or with the woman who'd wrestled with God about an unfulfilled desire over decades of time.
Solidarity requires the same sort of vision and the same kind of patience. It requires the slow, searching work of looking carefully at the person in front of you.
I just wish the Jesus people were like Jesus. Because the Jesus I know, because he wanted to be with us, Emmanuel. He did not consider the Godhead something to be grasped, but he made himself a servant. For what? For me. In my most vulnerable state while I was yet sinning.
I have really felt the invitation to not just know people, but walk alongside people, get to hear their stories.
The ways in which we disciple others is going to affect the ways in which they express and display and live in the solidarity with their neighbor.
I learned that I need to take the time, sit with people in their pain, and not be the solution, but be the listening ear.
A great time hearing other people's stories and their contexts. Love this time, love this experience.